Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today we have a decent size college basketball slate for you guys. We have 7 plays for today, but quick recap of yesterday. We went 5-2, and honestly, we could have easily gone 6-1. Our losses were from Duquesne against Dayton. They just didn't really show up. They lost by, I think, double digits. VCU, this one pissed me off. They were dominating most of the game. They had 10, 11, 12-point leads the whole game, and then it drops to 7 at the end of the game, and they don't cover. So not a good feeling on that one. But then we rattled off 5 straight wins to end the night, with Ohio State taking care of business, Massachusetts, UMass pulling off the upset, LSU dominating, and then Texas Tech also pulling off the upset and coming back from a good deficit. They were down 10 points most of the game. And then Sam Houston State also comes in clutch for us yesterday. So we went 5-2. We are now 147, 142, and 3. So we're getting a little bit better now. January has been rough for college basketball. I'm first to admit that, but we're getting back on the right foot here, and we're going to try to continue that here with these 7 picks here. Our first one we're looking at is some action in the Pac-12. We have Cal heading to Colorado. It's a 15-point spread, minus 1,500 for Colorado, plus 870 for Cal. Colorado coming into this matchup 9-3, 3-2 in the Pac-12. And they're taking on a Pac-12 bottom feeder in Cal that is 6-7, but 1-5 in conference. But Cal coming off their first conference win this season against Washington, they beat them by 6, and Colorado coming off of a win themselves against Utah. But we're going to be looking at Colorado here. I just think they'll be able to take care of business against a bottom feeder in Cal. I just don't think that Cal's going to put up much of a fight here. So we're going with Colorado minus 15 against California here. Next, we head to the West Coast Conference for Santa Clara taking on Pacific. Is a 2-point spread, minus 140, run back of plus 120 for Pacific. And then 2 teams coming in. Santa Clara coming in 7-2, 1-0 in the West Coast Conference, and Pacific is 3-1. Then this is their first West Coast Conference game. Their last game was against Westmont on December 20th, so they haven't played in almost a month. So that's going to be interesting to see how they adjust. We're going to go with Pacific here to win this game. I think they're the better team here. So Santa Clara coming off a win against St. Mary's. But we're going to be looking at Pacific here, +2 and on the money line. My model has them winning by 4.5 points. Oh, and with the last game, my model has Colorado winning by 21.6 points, 5.6 points of value there. And then for Pacific here, we have 6.5 points of value there. So we're looking at Pacific here to cover the +2 and win the game straight up against Santa Clara. Next, we get into the 7 o'clock games as we head to Conference USA play with Florida Atlantic taking on Florida International. It is a 4.5 point spread, minus 195, plus 170 for Florida Atlantic. FAU coming into this game 5-6, 0-2 in Conference USA play, coming off of a loss versus Old Dominion. I believe back-to-back losses against Old Dominion. And then Florida International is 8-4, 2-2 in Conference USA, also coming off of a loss against Middle Tennessee, though. And I think this is a closer game than the books put it at. We're going to look at Florida Atlantic here, +4.5 and on the money line. My model has them winning by 1.2 points. So you're getting 5.7 points of value on that 4.5 line, and then you're getting 1.2 points of value on or you're getting a plus 170 price tag on close to a pick'em. So I like Florida Atlantic here, plus 4.5, and looking at that plus 170. All right, our next game here is Greensboro and Sanford heading to the Southern Conference. It is a 6.5 point spread, minus 280 for Greensboro, plus 235 for Sanford. Greensboro coming in 6-5, 1-2 in Southern Conference play, coming off of a loss versus Wofford. Also coming in off a loss, Sanford is 5-5, 1-2 in the Southern Conference, and a loss against Chattanooga. And I just think this line is too wide. It's kind of like the FAU game up there, where we're going to go with the dog here. I'm not going to go with the money line, though. My model has Greensboro winning by 1.1 points. But we are getting 5.4 points of value on Sanford plus 6.5. So that's what we're looking to bet here. Between Sanford and Greensboro, we're looking at Sanford plus 6.5. Next, we have, where is it? There we go. 8 o'clock games. We head to the Big Sky Conference as Portland State takes on Montana State. It is a 7-point spread, minus 290 for Montana State, plus 245 for Portland State. And Portland State coming in 2-5, 1-1 in the Big Sky Conference. With their last game, they're coming off of a loss against Northwest Nazarene. They've had their last couple games postponed. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play. And then Montana State coming off of a win against Northern Colorado in overtime. Are 5-3 and a perfect 2-0 in the Big Sky Conference, and I think they're going to advance to 3-0 in conference play. We're taking Montana minus 7. My model has them winning by 13.9 points, creating 6.9 points of value on this line. So I'm liking Montana State here, minus 7. Next, we have a nice little matchup in the Ohio Valley Conference. The last 2 games are going to be in the Ohio Valley Conference. We have Jacksonville State taking on Tennessee State, 6.5 point spread, minus 280 for Jacksonville State, plus 235 for Tennessee State. And looking at Tennessee State here, they're coming off of their first Ohio Valley Conference win against UT Martin. Oh, no, they won. They are 2-6 on the year, 1-4 in the conference play, in Ohio Valley Conference play. Jacksonville State coming off of a loss versus Morehead State. They are 7-4, 3-2 in Ohio Valley Conference play. We're looking at Tennessee State here, plus 6.5. My model has them losing by half a point, so maybe close to a pick 'em. You go with the plus 235. I'm probably not going to myself, but we're looking at Tennessee State here, plus 6.5 versus Jacksonville State. And our final game of the night, we are staying in the Ohio Valley Conference with Morehead State and Eastern Illinois, 6-point spread, minus 260, going back up plus 220. Morehead State coming into this 7-6, 4-2 in the Ohio Valley Conference, coming off of a win against Jacksonville State. Eastern Illinois coming in 5-6, 2-2 in the Ohio Valley Conference, coming off of a loss against Austin Peay. We're looking at Eastern Illinois here, minus 6. My model has them winning by 11.6 points, creating 5.6 points of value on this line. So we are looking at Eastern Illinois here, minus 6 versus Morehead State. Now let's quickly go over our plays for today. We have Colorado minus 15, Pacific plus 2 and plus 120, Florida Atlantic plus 4.5 and plus 170, Sanford plus 6.5, Montana State minus 7, Tennessee State plus 6.5, and Eastern Illinois minus 6. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to subscribe down below. We have daily content on this channel for a wide range of sports. We have the NFL playoffs coming up in a couple of days. We're doing college basketball every single day. College football will return in August. UFC in just 2 days. Esports, we have NBA doing that every day now. WNBA starts in a few months. NHL is every single day now. and then MLB in just a few months as well. But that is going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and let's cash some tickets tonight. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.